So you're a fan of The Big Bang, which I used to think was funny. Um, and it is still kind of funny, but unfortunately, most of the actors had to let us all know what their politics were, which kind of ruins shows to me.
Yeah, that's why I don't look into what actors' politics are unless they say it out loud,
Yeah.
where it can like push it in your face.
But regardless, uh, this I don't usually watch TV, as you know, but when we were watching that one part with Sheldon was getting back with what's her name,
Amy.
Amy, and she had that doctor friend that has a man crush on Sheldon.
Yeah.
Even after Sheldon kisses Amy in front of him, he was still happy and he left happy, and it got me thinking.
Yeah.
That's a hard thing to do. I mean, to be happy in the moment. It's something that I struggled all my life, and I know it's the secret to happiness, honestly. And success in life is to be happy in the moment, regardless. That's
Yeah.
what, we manifest our realities by seeing our reality, being excited by our reality, not the reality we see in front of us, but the ones we want to see.
Yeah.
And I used to think that was hopium. And I remember my boss, who's well, a good friend of mine, when he was just my one of the managers, not the manager, he would always tell me to speak life into things.
Yeah.
I thought it was the dumbest thing I'd ever heard. I was like, speak life. I was like be optimistic. I always called myself a realist,
Yeah.
which is another way of saying a pessimist, but they don't want to admit that they're a pessimist. They're like, well, it's really sad, so I'm just being a realist.
Yeah.
But once you realize that you create things, and when people think that that's all just mystical bullshit, science has actually proven that with the double
Yeah.
slit experiment. Do you know what the double slit experiment is?
I don't. I I I probably do. I just don't
So
remember
these
it.
these physicists, I'm going to say they're physicists. They could have been biologists. I don't know. I doubt it. Anyway, they had this piece of paper that had a slit on it,
Okay.
and it was facing the wall, and they'd shoot particles,
Yeah.
and when it goes through the slit, it turned into waves when it hit the wall. When you're watching it, when they were
Yeah.
recording it, but when you did not watch it, when it was not being observed, they were particles,
Yeah.
and they knew by how it hit the wall. Well, what that proves is that we create our reality. There's a lot of very intelligent people out there that say that there's like a one. I think Elon Musk said it himself. There's a 1 billion chance that we're not living in a simulation.
Yeah.
Simulation theory. And I used to be that guy that thinks I was like, that's dumb. Like the Matrix, we're living in a computer.
And that's not what he means.
Yeah, I mean, he may actually mean that or
Or
something,
well,
but that's not the way I take it. Because I've studied near death experiences, I've studied um, life regression and stuff like that. And regardless whether you believe it or not, I don't care. But they describe it as if that's pretty much it. We are spirits living in a body. We're not living in a body becoming spirits.
yeah.
you know and so we were actually born creators, and if you're biblical, it says that in the Bible.
It
we're,
does.
we're little gods. We create our reality. I've said it before. I believe Jesus was teaching quantum physics to people that did not understand the ego, and he was just saying it in a very dumbed down version.
Yeah, 'cause you got if to be a true what is it, master in things, you have to be able to dumb it down for a 5-year-old.
Yeah, I think it was Einstein said that you can't call yourself an expert at something if you can't explain it to an 8-year-old.
There we go. That's what
Yeah,
I was remembering that, just not in the right way.
yeah, it's all right. But
I was
anyways,
paraphrasing.
I was thinking about it. I'm like, we say thinking being happy in the moment is easier said than done,
Hmm.
but that's bullshit. The fact that we say it's easier said than done means that we are making it hard. It doesn't have to be have to be hard or have to be complicated.
Yeah.
Just do it. there was this Japanese story. I've always loved this story. So this Japanese master, he was an archer, right?
Yeah.
Well, this kid wanted to be a master archer. He kept coming up to the master and said, "Hey, I want to be a master archer. Will you train me?" He said no, and he kept on saying no. I'm going to shorten it for viewer's sake.
Yeah.
Anyway, he kept on
long.
Yeah, he kept on saying no. Well, one day he finally said, "Okay, I will train you in the ways of archery. The only rule there is to do exactly what I say without question." He said, "Okay." So he kept training. He got good. I mean, he got where, first he was, just shooting at 10 yards, 15, 20 yards, was able to hit. Pretty soon he got so good, he could shoot the gnat off a buffalo's ass. I mean, he was good. Well, he gets up there. He's an old man now, right? This is back when, people lived 900 years. Well, he was an old man himself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the grandmaster now comes up to him and says, "Now hand me your bow." And so he hands him the bow. He said, "Now I want you to forget this ever existed." Remembering what he said and living with honor, he did exactly what his master said. He completely forgot it existed. So years and years, decades go by. Grandmaster calls him one day, not on a cell phone because this was way a long time ago, but he calls him one day and sends for him. He comes up here. He hands him the bow, and he looks at it, and he'd already forgotten what it is now.
Yeah.
Because he legitimately did exactly what his master said. Forget that this exists. He said, "Now see them birds in the sky? I want you to shoot them down." So now the grandmaster himself looks up, and the bird falls out of the sky without even picking it up.
Mm-hmm.
What the story of it is, what the meaning behind it is that when you truly are good at something, when you truly want to do something, you don't try.
Yeah.
You just do it. That is when you don't have to think about it. It's like my tactical driving. I mean, you've seen me. I'll sit there without even thinking. I'll get within inches of somebody, but if I had to think about it, I'd probably run into them.
Yeah.
It's don't try, just do it.
Yeah, I'm constantly hitting the invisible brake on the passenger side.
you gotta live as if you already know.
Even though I know you know how to drive, it's still reactionary.
If there's been times where I've thought about it after we were driving, and I was like, "Oh my God, I nearly died," but I don't say anything, because sometimes my expert tactical driving scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, that's why I pay attention to my phone while you're driving most of the time.
But anyway, so
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking about was this. Here we're sitting there constantly telling ourselves that we need to be happy in the moment and be content with what we have. And I'm like, how's that? How can you be content with what you have if you're wanting over here?
Yeah.
That's supposed to be your drive, your motivation. Well, it's like this. I think I gave you the example earlier. Let's say you're already a millionaire, and you tell your friend you're going to meet them at the mall, and you get to the mall, and you realize you forgot your wallet at the house. Is it the end of the world?
No.
You know that you have money.
Yeah.
You just got to go home and get it. It's just a matter of time. It's not that you don't have it. It's that you have it. So when you're creating your reality, it's the same thing. You are going to be in this certain position. Nothing is going to stop you.
Yeah.
So be happy as if you're already there, because you are. Remember, time is not linear. If you study quantum mechanics or anything like that, you start realizing time is not linear.
Yeah.
There is no past. There is no future. There's only now. So you live in the now as if you already have that multi-million-dollar company, that you already have that ranch, that everything is exactly where it needs to be to get to where it needs to go.
Yeah.
And so you're happy because of it. So here we're in this situation, and people ask me, how can you joke whenever you're about to be homeless? I'm not about to be homeless, because I know everything is going to work out the way it's supposed to work out. Yeah. It may be scary if I sit there and let myself think about it. That's why I don't think about it. I just do what I'm supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
I just work towards that goal and know I'm going to get there. I'm already there.
Yeah.
It's not, I can't wait until I have the money. I have the money. It's just not in my bank account yet.
Yeah.
And I think if people could understand that and get that, it's like if we'll bring Christians, we're in the Bible Belt. You know you're going to heaven. Why are you so upset?
Yeah.
Why do you act like it's the end of the world? You know when you die, you're going to see your maker. You're going to see your old friends, your old family. Everything's going to be perfect. So why would you be unhappy now?
Yeah. Exactly.
Why would you let something like this? People ask me, when I talk to atheists, and they'll say, how could a benevolent God allow something so tragic to happen? Because that's not the way the world works.
Yeah, that's not how God works.
Have you ever you've boiled hot dogs before, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever reached in and grabbed a hot dog while it was in the water?
No.
I
Well,
have.
yeah. Well, I should say yes, probably when I was younger.
But you knew it would hurt. You knew
Yeah.
it'd burn. But you knew it wouldn't last. It wasn't going to kill you.
Yeah.
You did it anyway.
Yeah.
And you survived.
Mm-hmm.
It's because it's only a split second. You go to the gym with me and you know it's going to suck.
Yeah. I still love going, but
Yeah. But you know it's going to suck. You know it's going to hurt.
yes.
Why do you still go? You know it's going to suck.
Because it's only temporary.
It's not going to last.
Yeah.
And you're going to get to the goal that you're shooting for.
Yeah.
To get to here, you've got to do certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to suck for a little bit, but that's part of it. Embrace the suck. That's why I tell people, if I don't look like I'm pissed off, I'm not working out.
Yeah.
Of course, I look like I'm pissed off all the time. So,
You're just sweatier.
I'm just sweatier when I'm working out. But that's the thing is, if you truly believe that there is paradise after we die, you shouldn't have 1 second of sadness.
Yeah.
Because, yes, there might have been a massacre. There might have been this horrible tragedy might have happened. But in the grand scheme of things, it was temporary.
Yeah.
Yes, these people died. It was temporary. They didn't die. Their spirits went back to heaven, entered the other side, went back into the other realm, whatever you want to call it. They didn't die. Energy cannot die. That is a scientific fact.
Yeah.
And we are made up of energy. That's why we are mostly water, because energy passes through water easier than anything. It's a conduit to water.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to electricity, energy. That's why we have to drink water. People will say, what's the secret to life? And what's the what's that thing people used to? I used to watch movies where they were looking for the fountain of youth.
Yeah.
It's water.
Yeah.
But going on a tangent. Anyway, if you want to get to where you need to go, where you know you want,
mm-hmm.
just be there now. Embrace the suck. Don't worry about the troubles and the lessons, because everything's a lesson. Everything in life is a lesson. And the things that make you the strongest are going to be the hardest lessons.
Yeah.
So be grateful for them, because you're like, man, do you know how strong and tough I'm going to be? How resilient I'm going to be after I come out of this? In 2008, I graduated the academy. Literally the day I graduated, my case settled when I got into a lawsuit from my spinal injury. So I'm 28 years old. I'm virtually single. I just graduated the academy with the field of my dreams of being a police officer, and get handed a check for over $250,000.
Yeah.
It was like $311,000, something like that. And 2 years later, I'm broke and not working at the police department that I started at, that I thought I was going to retire at.
Yeah.
So many things happened that I could have been so upset with. But could you imagine if I wouldn't screwed up and And if I would have spent the money properly, then
We wouldn't be together.
we wouldn't be together. I wouldn't have my daughter.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be the way I am now at all. I wouldn't have searched for any meaning to life and death. I wouldn't have nothing.
Yeah.
Because I would have just been living. Being, oh, I'm a badass cop. Well done, at a small town. Because I did everything was about me. That was my identity, was being a police officer.
Yeah.
And it took years. I mean, you've seen me. It took years to get over the fact that I wasn't a cop anymore.
Yeah.
And now I couldn't imagine going back into law enforcement. But anyway, I just want to talk about that because I think it's important people to realize how easy and accessible success is.
Yeah. You just have to already know you're there. Know, or put it in your mind that you're already there. You're
Yeah.
already successful. It's just, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I can't put it into words right now.
They did studies on like Michael Phelps, a famous swimmer that, doesn't pretend like he is a she. But he said when he went to the Olympics, before he ever got there, he had already imagined over and over again him being there.
Yeah.
He went through his mind every single detail. And that's what it is. You go through your mind as if it's already there. You can already taste it. You experience it. It is real. It's scientifically proven. Your mind cannot differentiate between real and make-believe.
Yeah.
That's why you'll have these dreams. You'll wake up and everything felt so real. Your body can literally be traumatized by something that you're thinking about.
Yeah. That's why people get hooked on video games.
Yeah, it is. And
even though, you're telling yourself it's not real, your brain has a hard time letting it go.
Your brain feels like it's real.
Yeah.
That's why you get these dopamine benefits from these games and stuff, from winning. That's why they have TikTok the way they do. They do all this stuff knowing that your brain can't differentiate between real and fake, and it needs that extra shot.
Yeah.
But anyway, stay in peace, stay in love. Hey guys, I want to personally thank everyone for liking and sharing my videos. If you want to continue to see my content, all you got to do is press that subscribe button and I'll notify you as soon as a new video comes out. I don't get paid for any of this. So if you want to buy some of my merch, like my shirts, like Jesus is a Badass or my Don't Be a Dick shirt, you can easily go to my merch store, which is at SOGtv.org, which I will have it in the description at every video. So push that, go buy yourself a shirt. I appreciate it. Have a blessed day, and I will see you at the next episode. Thank you.